This episode of TGIF, Thank God I'm a Foodie, is brought to you by As at Play. As at Play is a social media marketing company that's made up of a team of performance-based marketers that have innovated the world of digital growth marketing since 2006. They develop compelling content to assist the growth of your business, your audience, leads, and sales. If you're on Facebook, you need to contact this wonderful company because they will help take your brand to new heights. You can go to their website at adsatplay.com or give them a call at 626-624-4243. Just tell them T&E, Thank God I'm a Foodie, sent you. All right, everyone, welcome to TGIF, Thank God I'm a Foodie, a show hosted by our food reporter and LAX chef, Bryant D. On TGIF, you can bet your burgers we will be featuring the best of LA's minority-owned and operated eateries. That's restaurants, food trucks, cooking schools, food festivals, and much, much more. I promise you will not want to miss the Asian, Middle Eastern, American, Latin, and soul food dishes that we will be showing on the show. So sit back and enjoy each and every bite, from breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and dessert.
Welcome everybody, I'm your host Bryant. I'm a chef by trade and currently work at the world famous LAX. In my 12 years of eating and dining throughout Southern California, I've developed a palate and had experiences that I want to share with you guys. In my career, I've worked for some of LA's best chefs, from James Beard award-winning chef Suzanne Going to world-renowned chefs Gordon Ramsay and Wolfgang Puck. When it comes to food, nobody loves it like I do. That's why when it comes to food, it's also more than a passion, it's almost biblical. And I wake up every day and say, thank God I'm a foodie. Hey everyone, on today's episode of Thank God I'm a Foodie, we're going to chop it up with a good friend of mine, Chef David Fuerte, the chef owner of Masta Tacos. In this episode, we're going to talk about his journey, where he came from starting to cook with his grandma and eating pigeon, just wait for the story, we'll get there, to how he likes to give back to the next generation of chefs in order to pass on the knowledge that he has accumulated. We're also going to talk about where he's going and what his vision is for the future, for his company, his growing restaurants, and all the things that are important to him. Tell me a little bit more about why you came up with the concept and kind of where your vision, what's going on with that.
Coming from opening restaurants, one of the things is like, first of all, a restaurant usually has a lot of money behind it. There's usually a big investor behind it. And with me, I said, well, we're kind of like, we have an investor, which he put in a certain amount of money, but it was never like, oh, I have a huge investor that has tons of backing of money. So I said, this has to work.
For sure.
And what can I do different that's going to change the outcome of us being in positive numbers? Because if not, I'm going to have to do something where I'm going to have to go to work and make money from work to feed the restaurant, to keep the restaurant going. And I said, but I refuse to do that. Who wants to go to work after
you're double dipping, like there's no meat hours.
So I said, this, food truck business is good. And I said, well, so we got the location, and then I went to get a food truck right away.
Okay.
I got a food truck. I wrapped it completely in black. I did it myself because to wrap it, they wanted $5,000. So I did some YouTube videos, and I was like, okay, let's do this. So I wrapped it myself, and then we started cooking. It grew from there. I said, hi, people, we're going to open this restaurant up. And when it came to opening, it was just like, our opening day was crazy amount of people just waiting in line, But never once did I ever have a sign outside saying that, hey, dude, all I did was Instagram. Instagram was like a big boost for us, and it's a free network
for sure.
All the chefs to use, all the free platforms are like the best thing to use. Everybody's on social media. Right, so if you can attract that attention, you're going to be very successful. Mm-hmm. Versus like our restaurant, my brother is my partner, and we did the numbers, and first month we're positive. And as you know, it's opening a restaurant. That's really, really hard.
Yeah, that is very hard.
Second month we're positive. Third month we're positive. So we've been positive the whole time, and which is really, really hard for a restaurant to do. But now it's at the position where it's like we're looking for another location.
Okay.
It's that fast. It's moving that fast. And there's times where we've literally sold out of product in the whole restaurant. So while we're building the location, waiting for permits to come in, we had the food truck, and people were coming, and we didn't start off vegan. We started off with a few vegan dishes, and then we had regular, but a lot of vegan customers were coming and like, hey, can you guys make more food because your food is really good? And I said, well, let's build a little more. And then for me, I always thought, I honestly used to like think vegan food boring, vegetarian food, who wants to cook that? I'm sorry, but that's what I thought. Before, now it's like, it's really cool because it's actually putting us to the test.
Definitely.
We have vegan people coming from Lancaster, San Diego, Oceanside, Riverside, and they come, and because we're not 100% vegan, what we do is we have 2 cooking sites, one for vegan, one for non-vegan, but we advertise nothing but vegan.
Okay.
But families come because the husband might not be vegan and the wife is and the kids are not, so it's like a family restaurant, but it caters to both.
Nice.
I want to be successful. I don't want, my generation to suffer. And I will do everything I can in this life to make sure that my family is set. I made a change. And at a certain point in time in life, everybody that's successful in this world, somebody decided to do something about it and make a change. Whether it's, wake up earlier and go to work, to work 2 jobs, which I did for a while. And
I think every cook every cook worth their salt has always worked those double shifts.
And I remember I quit one day and I didn't even put a 2-week notice in because I was so tired. I was working at Hilton Bayfront San Diego. Then I opened a sushi restaurant in Otay Lakes called Valentino Sushi Restaurant that my friend's dad was building. And he told me, hey, my friend's a chef at Hilton, and he's like, he can help you out. So I was working both jobs. And one day I remember I fell asleep behind the wheel. And I woke up because my rear mirror hit the sideline, the side, the divider. Yeah. And I was like, my body's done, And there was times where I didn't even go home because I just slept in my car because I was so tired, And there's been times where I sleep in my car now because I'm so tired, Yeah. And actually 2 days ago, I just fell asleep in the parking lot of the taco shop, so I'll just be. But because everything is a struggle and nothing great happens easy, whether everything you put into it is what you're going to get out of it.
Let's roll back a little bit and talk more about your chef showdown or chef throwdown. Tell me, obviously with the cooking shows and all that are all over TV, kind of tell me why you felt like you wanted to do something local and how you went about building that brand so that it's as big as it is, and you have the following that the chefs that you approach want to do it and you're not having to sell it because it sells itself. Just tell me a little bit how that came about.
When I started with we invested in the product, to create these carts. And I said, well, that's the reason. I was like, how are we going to make these carts, promote them, and people to know us and stuff like that. So, well, that's how we created Chef Throwdown. And, honestly, I remember we invested so much money into it, and I remember talking to my brother about it. And we put it online, we started the whole social media thing. And at first, I started it and I was doing it and I was trying to look up different things, YouTube videos on how to do the wording and what's the best thing. And then I went to the food show, Western Food Show, and they had an Instagram class, and I took that, to learn. There's certain things like hashtags, and there's certain times, like if you want to attract people from another world, not another world, but another state or another country, there's certain times you got to post. For sure. Because that's when they're up and you're asleep. And that's people don't realize that. Times, yeah. So if you want to grow your social media, you literally have to read about it. And you want to attract people from Russia, well, you need to be up when they're up. And you need to be posting. And you need to have hashtags that they post so they can, a lot of people look up hashtags, and that's how they find people. Yeah. So it's one of those things, so many different things to learn on social media platforms. But going back to the event, I literally, we created the event. We did so much work. And the way we decided to do a place, it was in Whittier. I said, let's do it in Whittier. I got an office across the street from a place called Not Apron. One of my friends is George. He's the owner. The location is like a contemporary cooking school event space. Okay. Which I never knew existed, lived out in Whittier all my life, and it's kind of like a hidden gem downtown Whittier, and it's behind a building, and it's like an outdoor space, really beautiful place. And I said, this would be a perfect place. So I told him, I said, hey, what do you think if we partner up and we kind of do this event? And so we put it online, and I started contacting chefs, and I was like, and I got a local chef, and I said, let's get a local chef and an outside chef, and one local chef was like, yeah, I'll do it. Hi guys, my name is David Fuerte. I am the chef and owner of Masta Taco, located at 14103 Lambert Road, Whittier, California, 90605. We are a vegan restaurant and non-vegan restaurant. Our specialty is masa. If you don't know what masa is, look it up in the dictionary. But per se, we make handmade tortillas. That's where we get the Masta Taco from. We specialize in a lot of vegan products. 90% of our menu is vegan. We do vegan brunches starting at $19.99 once a month. We also do vegan soups, and we specialize on a vegan Taco Tuesday, which we create custom tacos for that day only. If you want to learn more, and at Masta Taco, and that's all the platforms across. So I just started emailing sponsors, and I went to Instagram and I looked up the companies, and then I went on Instagram. Once I found the companies, I went to the website, and then I called them, and I was like, "Who's the sales rep?" I literally pretended that I wanted product for my restaurant, right? So I said, "Oh, yeah, I have a restaurant and this and that," and then that's kind of lying, but you know what? Like, you have to get through, because if not, the company's gonna bullshit you and be like, "Oh, they're gonna run into this one."
For sure.
It's like you literally got to go in there, say, "Hey, can I get a sales rep to come out, this and that," you know? And then I told him, I said, once I got the sales rep number, I said, "Hey, I'm doing an event where I have a lot of restaurant people coming in, a lot of chefs, and this is what they want, right? Without the chefs, you can't get into a restaurant.
Yeah.
Chefs doesn't approve, you're going out.
For sure.
Right? Because all the product is ordered by chefs, and the chefs don't like your company, they don't like the sales rep, and I had to come in. I had a couple of companies say yes, a couple of companies tell no. But at this point, I said, okay, well, I have some of the product. You know, it's going to be good. So then we started the product. And then people asked me, like, "Why don't you have chairs?" And I said, "Because I want you guys to feel what we feel for 16 hours a day.
Yeah,
I'm making you guys suffer for 5 hours a day. You want to be here, eat what the chefs do, and see what the chefs do? You have to stand up."
Okay.
You know, and I remember this lady called me, and she's like, "Hey, you know, very awesome family." She's like, "You know, my mom's handicapped, and she really loves, you know, Top Chef, and I think your event would be great, but she's in a wheelchair. Would it be possible for her to come in?" I said, "Yeah, anybody accepted here. You know, this is it's open." And you know, she came in, and I remember like taking her around. Like, I remember throughout the whole show, I never forgot about this lady. And to this day, she supported us in every single event.
That's awesome.
And I would take her, and I said, "This is your place. Do you like it here? Do you like enough? You know, do you see all the chefs are good?" And she, "Yeah, you know," and that stuff is like, this could be my grandma, and like what she taught me now I'm putting out, and it was really, really cool to see that. Very emotional, because you know we put a lot of work into it. It took us 3 days to set up.
Oh wow.
And 2 days to take down.
Okay.
For a 6-hour event.
Yeah.
You know, I got on that mic and I said, "Hey, you know, there's no script for this. We're chefs. We're all working chefs here. I have my friends that are chefs in different locations. They were inside. And they basically freestyle appetizers to feed the guests."
Okay.
And then I remember George was making cocktails and stuff like that on the bar side. I got a couple beer sponsors, and then they were giving us cakes and stuff, and it was really amazing. And then we had all the product, we set it up, and I told everybody, I said, "We're literally freestyling right now. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but somehow this show's gonna happen."
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
And I just remember, like, okay, what does Top Chef do? Okay, they literally like tell the chefs, "Okay, go ahead and shop," you know. So we got the little shopping carts, and we give them to each chef, and they literally like we kind of like hid where all the product was at, and on all the guests were in, and we took down the paper, and then all the chefs were like, everybody was trying to look and see what they had, you know. And I remember the chef that won did what all good chefs do. They have a notepad and they have a paper. And at the minute that we took down the paper, he was like, you know, trying to make a menu out of it and see what he was gonna do, his approach to it. And you know, and they just ran, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, go. And then, you know, they had like 10 minutes to shop or 5 minutes, I forget. And I put it on Eventbrite.
Okay.
We sold 13 tickets on day of the event, and I was like, holy fuck. Like, you know,
Yeah.
We're out. We're going to lose so much money. It's going to be an embarrassing event. 13 tickets sold. And I was just like, we failed. You know, and it kind of like, it brought me down a little bit, and I said, whatever, we're still going to do the event. 13 people or not, we're going to do this damn event. And then we opened doors, and we posted that we're going to do like walk-ins. And, you know, we opened the doors like about 45 minutes prior. 30 minutes into opening doors, people would start walking in. And we're selling tickets at $65 a piece, which is not cheap, you know?
Yeah.
And before you know it, we're packed.
Nice.
Sold out event. You know, I didn't want to go off an executive chef because I was like, oh, they're playing, this is my first event, I don't know what's going to happen. Let's get a sous chef that's a working chef that's constantly working with badass. Then with Sal K, right? He was working with Chef Dakota West.
Okay.
You know, I know Chef Dakota West, and you know, he was working there, and he said, yeah. And I was like, great, I got my chefs. You know, and they had so many crazy products, products that none of us have ever worked with. You know, I think, well, like I said, we have had like large prawns, we have octopus, we've had quarter buta pork, we have camel, we've had ostrich, wild boar. There's so many different products, you know, very unique that we made by sponsors. And when the show went on, people were like, You know, we had a host that was a chef as well,
Okay.
Doran, which is a chef in Dana Point. And, you know, it was really amazing to see all the chefs connected together, but it was what we do.
All right, everybody, we've got a special surprise. Chef here is going to give a lucky winner, which we will choose at a later date, a $100.
Here you go, the $100. Make sure you sign up.
To come up. Make sure when you sign up for subscriptions, you put in TGIF, and then we will choose a lucky winner on our next episode and announce that. That way you can come check out the wonderful vegan and non-vegan tacos at Masta Tacos. Welcome back, everybody. I got my resident vegan here, my editor-in-chief, Nicole. I got Chef David Fuerte back here with me today. So today we're back at Masta Taco. Chef David gladly invited us over to talk about the phenomenal tacos. Today is one of those days that I thank God I'm a foodie. Chef, you're up.
So right here we have handmade smoky chipotle tortilla. Then we have a deep fried Korean mushroom, and it's our play on carnitas. It has a cumin lemon zest spice on it with a little bit of cilantro flowers, our vegan crema, and our house pickled onions with oregano.
So we heard Chef David talk about the taco, so I'm about to dig right in. Stay tuned for more info. Damn, that's good. You can tell it's a mushroom, but it definitely has that carnitas flavor to it. The vegan crema is off the hook with the cilantro and the onions and everything, and that smoky corn tortilla. Definitely a 10 out of 10. And what about you?
Now, myself personally, I've never had carnitas because it's been over 20 years since I've had red meat. So I can't compare it to carnitas. You know, I'm from Cleveland, we ain't big taco people. But for me, I absolutely loved it. I taste the texture of the mushroom, and you instantly get hit with that kick of the green sauce.
Definitely.
It was phenomenal. Just from the spice alone, I give it a 10 out of 10 as well.
Good.
Hey guys, so here's our second course. It's another taco tasting. This is an activated charcoal tortilla with the shrimp and lobster. That's our most expensive taco here in Masta Taco. Vegan crema. On top of it, we have a tahini and cucumber slaw with pickled onions.
Yeah, buddy.
Micro cilantro, some heirloom cherry tomatoes, and just to kind of see what it's compressed with. So this is like compressed potatoes, soy, and it kind of stained to be basically a little lobster stick. And the shrimp is the same process, and they kind of do like a little pattern on the back to kind of give it a shrimp. Doesn't taste like shrimp, but it has the same texture of it. Basically, you take that and deep fry it, and then that's how you get that.
All right, everyone, so we got the second taco. Super excited to try it. Stay tuned.
Yeah, wait, you said less.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot in this one. I got a big mouth, but I don't know if it'll fit around this whole taco. Napkin, please.
You just get us all in your beer. Okay, so this is not a date night meal.
Yeah, no, not at all.
This is an already established relationship meal.
You're not.
For me, I've never been a big seafood either. It's been over like 15 years since I've had seafood. So whenever I get like vegan seafood and like fake seafood, I'm never into it. But this is so compact with so much different flavor. I'm not even taken away by like the fake seafood taste. It's not fishy.
No, not at all.
It's very light. It tastes clean. Even though it's a lot of stuff going on the taco, I don't feel like I'm just had something heavy. What about you, Chef?
I agree. You're right. It's just enough seafood taste that you would not know that it's not. If there's enough there that you could like imagine in your head that it actually is shrimp and lobster. But he's right. The cucumber with the tahini and the cilantro and all of it is phenomenal. And the activated charcoal tortilla is a great color contrast as well. Again, it's beautiful, and 10 out of 10, another dope taco.
For me, I gotta give it a 9. I gotta give it a 9 only because I'm not a seafood person. Chef's gonna be in the back, he's gonna kill me. But I give it a 10 on presentation, and I give it a 10 on seafood taste. I'm just not a seafood person. I still love you, Chef, but I give it a 9.
Okay, so this is our third course here. This is when we have our new tortilla. Before we used to do a pesto tortilla, which is very similar to this one, but this one is kale, cilantro, and ginger.
Oh, nice.
We're getting into a new movement of our new menu coming out. So this is our new tortilla we're featuring. And this taco is al pastor, taken from the original taco, Latino taco inspired by pork. This one's with tempeh. Same marinade, same chili, same everything. Just made with tempeh. Of course, vegan crema that we use pretty much across all our tacos. Pickled onions. And then this, in this little part here, there's dehydrated pineapple. You know, usually you go to Mexico and you get a piece of pineapple in your fresh taco. So we did the same concept here. A little micro cilantro on top, and that's it.
Now, Chef, what is this? I noticed each of the tacos have a different shell.
Yeah, so each of them is different tortilla.
Okay, so which tortilla is this?
This is kale, ginger, cilantro.
Oh, all right, are we ready?
All right, guys, here for the third taco now. Vegan al pastor made with tempeh. Stay tuned. I'm guessing that's the happy dance. Damn. Again, very good. To be honest, you wouldn't even know that there's not pork in here. All the flavors are spot on. I get a little bit of that pineapple. The tortilla is good. I get a little bit of that hint of the ginger from the tortilla. Again, with the vegan crema and the pickled red onions, top notch.
I want to apologize to the meat eaters. It's been so long since I ate meat. I had no idea that pork wasn't red meat. So for you other white meat people, this is my apology to you meat eaters. But for me, I give it a 12 out of 10. Again, it's been over 20 years since I've had the other white meat, so I can't compare it to pork. But when it comes to flavor, hands down, this is my favorite taco so far. It's action-packed with flavor, like Brian said. That little hint of sweet that hits you in the back of your throat, that takes you to a happy place. If you saw, I just wanted to dance because it's fantastic.
I agree. Another 10 out of 10 for sure.
12 out of 10 for me.
There you go. To make up for that 9 in the last round.
Make up for the 9.
So birria is usually slow-cooked beef, the original one. And it takes usually, when I make the original one, it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, my style of cooking. And just till it just falls apart, super juicy, super concentrated flavors. So we took the same process and we made it vegan. The way we made it vegan is that we took jackfruit, like you see here, and we shredded it apart and we used the tendons of the jackfruit. Not the fruit part, we used the tendons, and we just cooked it down for about 10 hours. Same spices, and cooked it down really till it just kind of literally just
falls apart
into little threads. But it's very delicious. It's full of concentrated flavor. It's the #1 seller, and it's basically a seasonal item because, as we know, jackfruit is seasonal. Very seasonal.
Damn. Wipe the remnants again. Very good.
That kick?
Yeah, there's a nice little spicy kick to it. Tastes like beef, to be honest with you. It's with the spices and everything, and the way it's cooked down, it has that stringy tenderness that you would get from a slow cooked beef. So phenomenal. For you vegans out there, he's killing the game right now for his tacos, killing it.
What you give it?
Definitely a 10. I was trying to see if it was worth going over 10, but it's definitely a 10, hands down. What about you?
Everybody knows, who personally knows me, knows that I don't care for vegan tacos at all. Like, I've never been a big taco person. Sorry, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
She's from the land.
We're from the Midwest. We eat a lot of corn, but his restaurant has made me totally rethinking tacos. I give it a 10.
All right, guys. So we're coming to our fifth course. This one is also jackfruit, but this is the heart of the jackfruit.
Okay.
This is the actual fruit itself. As a chef, you want to utilize your product as much as possible, and we utilize 100% of it. So this is actual jackfruit mole taco, which is done with 2 kinds of moles. We use a Oaxaca mole and a pipián mole. Pipián basically to give it a nutty flavor, Oaxaca to give it a dark chocolate flavor, because as you know, jackfruit when it ripes, it gets sweetened. So just to kind of offset the sweetness a little bit, we also recommend it on our kale and cilantro tortilla.
I like that tortilla.
Yeah,
It's nice.
it's really good. Very good, very flavorful. Very light.
Yeah.
All tortillas are made in house and hand pressed when they order them. So yeah, give it a try. Let us know what you think. There's pepitas on top that we toast here. I said that the mole we make here ourselves, and then the pickled onions just kind of settle your palate off.
For sure.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Chef.
It's good. Definitely on the opposite side of the flavor profiles we've just had. It's a little bit sweeter because of the jackfruit. You can definitely taste a little bit more of the sweetness. But mole tends to be a little bit sweeter too because traditionally there's a little bit of chocolate in there and other things. So it's definitely sweeter, but good. Just because of the sweetness, to be honest, I might give it a 9, but it's not a bad taco at all. It's definitely worth a visit. What do you think?
I give it a 9 as well. To me, it's like a dessert taco.
Almost.
So to me, it's so sweet. It's almost like a nice little ending to a meal to give you a sweet aftertaste.
I could see that for sure.
But yeah, nice and light. It don't feel too heavy.
Agreed.
Welcome back. Going to our 6th course, right?
Yes.
6th course. This is what we call the campechana taco. Campechana in Latin usually means medley of seafood. So we took campechana and created a medley of meats.
Oh, nice.
Vegan asada, vegan chorizo, a medley of mushrooms. We use Vio Life vegan cheese here. It's coconut based on our smoky chipotle tortilla, and then our vegan crema. A little sloppy, but it's like so packed so much flavor.
Have we had the smoky tortilla
Yeah,
taco
you've
yet?
had a lot of tortilla.
First one, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
On the
that
first
was
taco.
good. I
Yeah.
liked it there.
Yeah.
Okay, Chef, I'm excited.
Yeah. Thanks, Chef.
No.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
So it's kind of funny. I was super excited about the campechana taco, but that's because I know that campechana is usually seafood. So I was like, oh, dope. We're going to get a seafood taco. So it's just I think it's a very cool play on the name because it is still a trio. But I'm excited. Let's dig in.
So this is another big taco.
Yes, it is. It looks like it's going to be kind of messy, too.
That vegan cheese is fantastic.
I was just about to say that vegan cheese, on point. Coconut-based vegan cheese. It's a damn good taco, too.
It tastes like a sloppy Joe.
A little bit. It does have that, like, it is a little messy, which is fine. It's a taco. You eat it over the plate. All the flavors are good. You definitely get a little mushroom in there, the soy riso. But I don't know, that cheese, just like.
What'd you give it, Chef?
I give it a 9. This one, because the flavors of the proteins kind of meld together, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But again, it's a solid 9, not taking away anything from it. How about you?
I'm gonna have to give it a solid 11 because of that vegan cheese. It's right behind that pastor taco that we had. The cheese gives you that little cheddar zesty taste.
Yes, I agree.
It mixes with like the lime and everything. It just gives you a beautifully like perfect bite.
Gives it that
with a kick of spice.
You get the creaminess. The cheese gives it that. It creams it out, and you get that bite at the end too. So I'm definitely digging the cheese. I might have to actually look for that cheese at home. That's actually something that I would eat at home almost.
Me too.
As an unabashed carnivore, I love my meat. Don't get me wrong, but
No meat.
that's dope.
So this, you do get that the chili spice from the carne asada. You get the freshness from all the fresh vegetables. And then you get the sweetness from the sweet potato fries. So all the bites together really are.
And this is vegan too, right?
It's 100. Everything you guys ate was 100% vegan.
So we got a vegan sweet potato fries. Southern California, from LA to San Diego, carne asada fries are a huge thing. So this is their vegan take. You can either get regular fries or sweet potatoes. You got your vegan carne asada on top, avocados, sliced cherry heirloom tomatoes, and the vegan crema.
I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time trying this, like ever, like with fries with like fake meat.
Yeah, this is huge in Southern California. Like you go to any taco shop, whether they're legit or not, and carne asada fries, burritos, nachos are all over it.
To all my Southern California vegans, I'm sorry that this is my first time, so I'm just giving you a real first bite, like first bite, okay?
I'll let you dig in then.
Oh.
I'll follow up, but I'll let you get first bite.
Okay. How do you eat French fries with a fork?
Just like that.
Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing too deep. What you think, Chef?
Good.
Can we get some more of the pink stuff?
I love sweet potato fries. If I had my choice, I would go with sweet potato fries almost 100% of the time over regular fries.
Me too.
But the flavors are good. You can tell it's not beef, but it's still super solid. The avocado's nice creaminess too as well. Contrast. The tomatoes are good. The vegan crema, we've had that all night, is legit too. So, to be honest,
What you give it?
It's not bad, but to be honest, I'd probably give this an 8 just because
An 8? That's your lowest score so
it is
far.
my lowest score, and it's not bad, but just the flavors, I think this is the one that doesn't stand out the most flavor-wise, but it's still good. Definitely not something you should miss if you're into carne asada fries, but it's definitely, I think, the most balanced, like just kind of everything flows together really well. So
I'm not gonna lie, it being my first time having French fries and like meat, I'm gonna have to give it a 10, vegans, because the sweet potato, he did it right. Like, it's so fresh, it's so clean. Every bite, I feel like I'm back in the South, back in Tallahassee, Florida, where I went to college. Like, it has a good Southern vibe. I like it. So guys, if you got a chance to come to California, do not leave the state of California without trying this man's vegan tacos. They're fantastic.
definitely, like I said a couple times, he's killing the taco game in general. It's a tough market, especially in Southern California, because there are a lot of really good tacos, but he's doing a phenomenal job anyway. But on the vegan side, he's killing it, hands down. Some of the best vegan tacos I've had. www.readtnemagazine.com. When you sign up, don't forget the promo code TGIF, and we got some special goodies for you guys as well.
And follow us at Masta Taco
Yes.
for the latest newest menu launch coming up.
Give everybody your address and a phone number again if you got it.
Address is 14103 Lambert Road, Whittier, California, 90605.
Thanks everyone for coming on this journey with me today. And we want to hear from you. So if you have a favorite food, restaurant, or recipe that you want me to talk about, drop us a comment on our website, and you never know, we might give you a shout out on our next episode. Stay tuned next Friday for the next episode of Thank God I'm a Foodie. And don't forget my promo code TGIF.